Good morning and welcome to For Fantasy's Sake, the Quad City's first and only fantasy football show. I am your host, Doug Green. The guy in red, that way, he is our resident turkey, DJ. And cranberry sauce over there is Chris Steele.
Gobble, gobble.
Exactly.
I thought I was the turkey and you're the cranberry sauce.
That's what I said.
Cranberry sauce is moving up the rankings, DJ. Watch out. We're coming for that throne.
And I am, of course, stuffed in the middle between.
Wow.
Okay, so first things first. One, we have our weekly DFS sign-up. I actually submitted my lineup before Sunday this week, so this is a momentous occasion. Christopher, are you in this week?
Send me the link. I'll play.
All right, I'll send you the link, bro.
Okay.
Nate's gonna be happy that he's found that you've created a bunch of degenerates.
Yeah, he is. Well, it's free, so you guys are only like partially degenerate, but
yeah. But still.
Well, now Doug and I have both downloaded the app, so of course we're going to become degenerates, DJ.
Yeah,
we're going to be betting on NASCAR within a day.
Yeah, this is the gateway DFS.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How many spots are left in there, by the way?
we only have 4 spots left. So
Really? So get in there early, folks, because those things are going quickly. All righty. So big news of the week, if you want to call it that, or perplexing news of the week is more the way to put it. So Thursday, I think it was, Saints announced that Mr. Taysom Hill will be the starter going forward, as opposed to Jameis Pick 6 Winston. Now, I get the not wanting to go with Jameis, but going with Taysom feels like an even worse decision to me. Sarah Spain went so far as to call out conspiracy theories, saying that they're slow rolling the Falcons, telling them that Hill's going to start and then they're going to roll out Winston. That's her theory, which I kind of buy into.
So do I. I kind of feel the same way.
But taking them at their word, we'll take this in 2 parts. 1, what are your expectations for Hill? And then 2, on the backside, what are the expectations for all of the surrounding pieces? So let's start with Hill. Sneak preview of the quarterback rankings. Did you have Taysom Hill ranked this week?
I don't. I'm kind of concerned about what kind of tricks they're going to play. And so I think in order to start him at quarterback, you're going to want him to get a vast majority of the passing down snaps. And I kind of, without media being able to be at practice, Sean Payton can say whatever he wants. And it's not an injury. It's not misleading, because that's against the rules. But as far as Taysom Hill at quarterback, I don't think that I'm willing to do it. I guess there's a couple quarterbacks that maybe I would take a chance over. But if I own like a Stafford, Burrow, Rodgers type guy, I might consider him over like Cousins, Baker Mayfield, Drew Lock area. But other than that, I'm kind of concerned about how many snaps he'll get as a passer.
Hold up. I thought like Drew Lock was like your QB4.
You're my QB4, Doug.
I know.
All for you.
Yes.
No, it's the problem is that if you're on an ESPN service like I am, you could be facing Taysom Hill as a tight end, which I am. So I'm loving this right now, guys. I am
not as much as we are loving it for you.
Yeah, I know.
So
go ahead.
Yeah, with you saying that at tight end, that is a different little wrinkle in things. I actually a few weeks ago had Megan's in a throwaway league, my wife, and I had forgotten to set her lineup and had a tight end on a bye. And the Saints were playing a night game that week. And I'm like, I'll pick up Taysom Hill, put him in tight end. So now she's starting 3 quarterbacks this week because it's a 2 quarterback league. So whoever she's playing is facing Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Taysom Hill.
Wait, Megan has a league? Why is she not on this show? We need the actual Jarvis
Brains of the operations.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know how much of a factor Taysom Hill is going to be in this game. I know head coaches like to play games. You're facing the Falcons defense. The Falcons defense, you don't need to play games with them for them to screw themselves over. They're dumb enough to screw themselves over on their own. You don't need to play games with who's going to be the quarterback. Jameis should be the quarterback. I think Sean Payton is smart enough to know that. I think this is all just a big look over here type of thing, but it's not going to have the lasting ramifications that it is. Taysom Hill's projected to get 18 points at the tight end position, which is ridiculous. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about that really. I would say 4 or 5 will probably be good for him this week. And the fact that he's going to get that at a tight end position is still a cheat code. The fact that nobody...
4 or 5 is like tight end 11.
Tight end, yeah. Tight end is a wasteland this year. So somebody who can get you 5-6 points there is going to be immensely valuable because he's playing quarterback, and he shouldn't have that tight end designation. But apparently, he lines up there enough to get it. And from what I've seen, him lining up at tight end is very generous. He's not like lining up at the line of scrimmage with guys. If he is, it's a goal line package of some kind where he's sneaking out of the backfield. So it's not like he's a true tight end of any kind. So this is something that shouldn't be happening.
Kind of like your third baseman having second baseman eligibility.
Right. Mike Moustakas or something like that.
Yes. As legend Ryan McDowell said, you should not be playing in leagues where Taysom Hill is tight end eligible, but if he is tight end eligible, you play him at tight end.
Correct.
No, that's a cheat code.
No, I agree. You kind of have no choice, but you have to play. If you play on ESPN and you own Taysom Hill, you have to play him at tight end this week.
Do you think it's fair for somebody to have picked him up on Wednesday after they announced he was a starter to start him at tight end?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you play on ESPN and they have him as tight end eligible, you got to do it. You just got it.
You don't have to do it.
Chris,
fair. I love fantasy football, Chris.
Are you trying to tell me that on PlayStation 2, when you could do up, down, left, right, click, clack on Grand Theft Auto, you didn't get the cops off of you, or you didn't get the unlimited guns? If the cheat
that only affects me, it doesn't affect other people.
If the cheat, well, then then your commissioner needed to make a decision. And as somebody who commissions a league on ESPN, I'm all about it. If they're giving the ability to play him at tight end, it sucks, it's stupid, but you got to do it.
I don't think so. Because if Cordero Patterson came out and he rushed for 300 yards and had 3 touchdowns, we wouldn't be like, yeah, he definitely deserves that wide receiver like designation too. Then we should be like Tariq Cohen is a wide receiver because he lines up more as a wide receiver than he lines up as a running back. Why does he get running back instead of wide receiver?
Write a letter to ESPN.
I will. I'm writing all the letters, DJ.
All the letters.
Right now.
You need to mail them by snail mail. I need your stamps.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm saving the post office, DJ. Get off my case.
All right. So, with that, then, obviously, we've got Hill, and he's his own set of issues. How does this affect everybody around him, then? What does this mean for Kamara? What does this mean for MT? Is there anybody that you think might get a bump because he's back there and because he can only throw for 3 yards? Do you think that he's just going to lean on those 2 guys?
I think I'm pretty standard about where everybody's at as far as Thomas and Cook and Kamara. I did knock Cook down a little bit today in my rankings. I think I took him from like 9 to 15 because he's not going to get – I mean, he didn't get long plays with Breeze, period, but he's not going to really be a target in the red zone. That's going to be smash the run with Kamara or Hill or – a pass to a big target like Jared Cook or one of their other tight ends. I know Josh Hill is out with a concussion, but I don't really see Thomas being a red zone threat. So this could be one of those games where he catches like 18 passes for 100 yards and just blows up your team, with 28 points. But I really worry about the potential of him getting in the end zone. And no, guys, I don't really think he's going to catch 18 passes, but that's what it kind of sets up for.
Well, I think Alvin Kamara is going to be fine. It's something that doesn't really affect him a whole lot because Taysom Hill's a guy who steals his red zone touches. So maybe this is a good thing for Alvin Kamara. Maybe it bumps him up a little bit. I think you have to kind of look at a guy like Michael Thomas and be like, what has he done up until this point? Coming off of the injury, he hasn't been Michael Thomas yet. So I really want to see him get back to being himself before I give him that elite wide receiver status right back. Because if you look at 2 weeks ago against Tampa Bay, where they just rolled him, he had 5 catches for 51 yards. Last week, he had 2 catches for 27 yards. We are overvaluing this guy hugely looking at the DFS type of stuff, where he is like one of like top 5 most expensive wide receivers. And what has he shown you so far this year? Not a whole lot. With Taysom Hill factoring in, I think those numbers are going to take even more of a dip there. If there are, say, Taysom Hill takes 15 snaps at quarterback, are any of those targets going to go to Thomas?
Yeah, but if he were to play 15 quarterback snaps, then you're projecting that Jameis Winston gets the other 30, and then you've got to project that. Chris is frozen, but you've got to project that some of those will go to Thomas.
Well, if you're taking away, say, a quarter of his snaps, that's a quarter of his snaps that he's not getting targeted. So the targets go down because of the way that they're going to be playing today. And you look at the way Taysom Hill throws the football, too. He's not a quarterback. His versatility is in his Swiss Army knife nature. So that's the only way that he's really valuable. Maybe to get back to the other thing, if he was flex eligible only, I would be 100% okay with that. But jamming him into the tight end position is a cheat.
So you're saying no position period, you just get to throw him in your flex.
Yep.
So like how a DH has util only.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
I'm not calling you wrong. I'm just saying interesting.
Or you can make it an Ohani rule where you have to designate what he is. So if you want to use him at tight end this week, he can only be tight end the rest of the season.
Well, I think people would. I think that if you do that, people would mostly make him a tight end anyway.
Yeah, but then after this week, then he's not going to be valuable anymore.
True.
What about Kamara?
I don't think you can bump him up any more than where he was with Breeze. I mean, he's the one or two running back, whether you believe in him or Dalvin Cook this week or most weeks. So there's not much you could really do with him. But I mean, you're jamming him in your lineup if you have him, and I mean, you're expecting him to do his standard production. I mean, this is a guy that you're projecting between like 20 and 25 points, and I don't think that he'll deviate from that, even with Taysom Hill under center.
Yeah.
He might actually even be slightly better with Taysom Hill because you have to project another guy being able to run the ball in the same backfield.
Yeah, maybe there's some option or veer type in there where they're going to be able to take advantage of the two of them being able to move so well.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll take us to the end. Oh, real quick before we get to the end. So Joe Mixon was placed on IR this week, I believe yesterday. He will be out for 3 weeks. That brings him back week 14. So that's in your playoff run. What are you doing with him? Are you, if you are a contender, are you hoping some dingbat drops him and that you can snatch him up so that you can have him for your playoff run?
Yeah, if you've got IR spots, you pick him up and you kind of throw him down there, and then I would be pessimistic about the fact that he might not actually even play again, because this is a guaranteed 3 weeks out added on to the 5 he's already missed. So I would be a little leery, but if somebody drops him, you've got an IR spot, pick him up and throw him there.
Okay.
I can't disagree with any of that.
Wow. Okay.
No, makes sense. I think it's taking a lot for granted that somebody's just going to drop him. I think if you're taking that kind of hit, somebody is probably not going to be paying attention at that point. It's going to be very rare to see him on the waiver wire. If you have him, to squirrel him away, hide him for a rainy day. I wouldn't just straight up drop him, because I think, like you said, DJ, he does have the potential to come back for a playoff run. You're not going to find something better on the waiver wire at this point. I think with injuries like this, though, I think the 3 weeks is going to be very generous. I think it might take longer than that.
Yeah, you pick Joe Mixon up, play him at tight end.
There you go. Yeah, he's a tight end. I can see it. He's lined up like on the end, like in certain situations, and he's lined up kind of slot-ish sometimes. So yeah, he's got to be a tight end.
Yep. Okay. I love it. All right. So with that, that'll take us to the end of this segment. On the other side of this, we are going to do ranks. So last couple of weeks, we haven't been able to get through all of the ranks. We've been really kind of rushing, so we're going to break them up into 2 chunks this week. So on the other side of this break, we're going to do quarterbacks and running backs, and then the other side of the next break, we'll do wide receivers and tight ends, just to give us some more time to talk about. Everybody give it some room to breathe. Make sure that you're getting in your questions. You can drop them here in the chat. You can send it to us at FFSQC on Twitter. You can drop them on the Facebooks. You can email them if you want to, though nobody ever emails us. Certainly can. So you can send in those questions. Get on the DFS. Lots of ways to communicate with us this week. So we will hit the commercial break, and then we will come back on the other side, and we'll talk a little quarterback and running back rankings. Sunday is still the best day at Kavanaugh's Hilltop Bar and Grill. While your favorite jamokes aren't on the deck talking fancy football, they're still one of the best places in the Quad Cities for your football viewing pleasures. Their back deck is ready to go for late season football. The sides are up and the heat is on to protect you from Mother Nature, where you can enjoy the Bears, Packers, and any of your favorite out-of-market teams on their 10-foot screen. If outside isn't your thing, you can head to their remodeled inside bar area and watch NFL Sunday Ticket on their numerous screens and play their adult video games. I hear they have the loosest slots in the Quad Cities. That's Kavanaugh's Hilltop Bar and Grill, 1228 30th Street in Rock Island, the non-bubble home of For Fantasy's Sake. We are no longer a PG show, but we are still saying frick at For Fantasy's Sake. Frick's Tap, that is. If the Davenport side is more your style for your football watching pleasure, head to Frick's Tap, 1402 West 3rd Street, where they have 20 beers on tap. Beer isn't your scene? That's okay. They have $3 you call it during all of the Sunday football games. Frick's has the NFL Sunday Ticket on all of their 13 TV screens, so don't fret if your team is playing on the West Coast this week. So for Frick's sake, head into Frick's Tap today. All righty. So, Donald.
Sir.
Let's talk quarterback rankings. What kind of horribleness do you have for us this week?
Whoa. Well, obviously, I kind of bumped my head here with Kyler Murray, but
Yes.
Mahomes, Herbert, Big Ben, Deshaun Watson, Lamar, all guys I kind of like this week. I think that Aaron Rodgers could outperform that top 10 ranking. I think you could see him busting into the top 5. I know that Indy is a tough defense, but we finally get Rodgers out of the elements and get him Allen Lazard back as well.
So I want to argue against Justin Herbert in your top 4. Because
Okay.
as we mentioned pre-show, our main man, Michael Sicoli, in his DFS article this week, pointed out that Herbert was not a good play because the Jets actually play some pretty decent defense against quarterbacks in terms of their scoring. So what is your justification other than they're playing the Jets for having Mr. Herbert that high this week?
Well, other than they have performed decently well against the quarterbacks, but they've not played a whole lot of teams with the kind of talent at pass catcher as the Chargers have. They kind of got demolished a few weeks back against Mahomes. And you have a similar skill set, not out of Herbert to Mahomes, but as far as who he's throwing the ball to in Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and Hunter Henry, and then some pretty good backs out of the backfield for Herbert. So they compare pretty decently offensively to the Chiefs, who, again, I think Mahomes threw 5 touchdown passes. So
I'm okay with Mahomes, or I'm okay with Justin Herbert because I think that he's shown over the last few weeks to be as consistent as he is. I think one of the main reasons we're not seeing quarterbacks put up so many points against the Jets defense is because teams put up a lot of points against the Jets, and so then late in games they're having to run the ball a lot. So that takes away from the quarterback's ability to just continue to throw things around. So it just makes sense that Justin Herbert's going to have another big week, I think, this week, at least put up the same type of numbers that he has in the past. There's nobody on the Jets defense that I'm really afraid of. So I think that it's kind of just a statistical anomaly that they've done well, mostly because they're getting blown the doors off of most of the time. So I wouldn't worry about that too much.
So week 11's 13 through 24. In full disclosure, Jameis Winston was actually in my top 12 before they made the announcement that Taysom Hill would start. So I bumped him down to 24 because I do think I know they said that there'd be no packages involving Jameis Winston, and I just don't believe them. So I think he will get some play.
Enough to justify being that high?
I mean, it's 24. Are you trying to tell? You're starting all 23 quarterbacks ahead of him. Are you trying to tell me that you have? I don't know. I'm trying to think. You have Phillip Rivers.
I don't hate Phillip Rivers.
I would play Phillip Rivers ahead of some of these guys.
Yeah, I mean,
against the Green Bay defense.
So why are you still hanging Tua as low as you are, DJ? Last week he looked really good again.
He's climbing. I just want to see him put up that. I just want to see him put up a game that makes us stop and say, "Whoa!" And what?
Oh no, I understand. Has Carson Wentz done that this year?
He's had a couple games that I've been impressed by. I mean,
we'll go back a page because I know Cam hasn't had a game that made us say "Whoa" this year.
Well, Cam has a great matchup this week.
Cam not only has a great matchup, but he has that ability to make you say, whoa, and he's done that in the NFL, and Tua hasn't yet. And so I'd like to see him do that before I'm willing to trust him as the top 12 quarterback.
Okay.
Let's stick that in your juice box and suck it, Chris.
I will. Thank you, DJ. That's great. Why do we have Alex Smith at 17?
Do you hate Alex Smith, or he's got a good matchup? Did you not see what he did last week against Detroit? I mean,
that's great. Terry McLaurin putting his team on his back and carrying them all the way there is very nice.
Terry McLaurin not playing this week? Question mark?
I don't know.
Exactly. Alex Smith still throwing the ball to Terry McLaurin, scoring McLaurin.
Yeah, he'll be on the sideline just in street clothes, and Alex Smith will still be throwing it to him.
I don't know. I don't know.
Tannehill looks a little low to me. I think he's put up good numbers to start the season. I think he's started to taper off a little bit, but I think there's going to be some bounce back in there. I know Baltimore is a really tough defense, probably especially for quarterbacks because of Peters back there, but I think he's due to have a good week again.
I think with Tennessee missing two interior defensive linemen, they're going to want to establish the run, and so they're going to run the ball a ton. And so I wonder if the volume will be there for Tannehill to justify starting him.
You mean offensive lineman?
No. Baltimore's missing defensive linemen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So hit him where it hurts.
One more time.
Hit him where it hurts.
Yes. Robot Chris.
Yeah, I am a robot.
And carried on to our running backs. Like I said, Kamara, I like him at number 2. I think especially with Baltimore's injuries, there's not going to be much difference between the top three. I even think 1 through 6, you've got a good shot at hitting a big game for any of those guys, especially Jacobs against a terrible linebacker core in Kansas City.
James Robinson versus Pittsburgh feels a little high.
Again, I feel like that's a volume-based attack. If you look at some of these other guys, the volume outside of Zeke's not guaranteed. So I think that you can look at. Okay, Chris is back. I think you can look at volume for James Robinson and kind of a lot like Green Bay, to where he's going to see enough carries to justify starting him.
Yeah, I just look at that Pittsburgh defense being pretty tough, and I'm like, I'm gun shy about playing, especially as, yeah. I mean, I'd be gun shy about playing that. But.
I'm worried about that too. Just watching the Green Bay game, it looked like Green Bay was trying to just give quarterback terrible some hard times out there, and if the Steelers decide that they're going to take away Robinson and just make him beat them on his arm alone, I think that's going to be real bad for Robinson, especially if they come up last week. Bay is good at stopping the run, so Robinson was going to do all right, and then quarterback X was going to be, and so with the Steelers probably going to come up and try and stop the run, I don't see that there's a good path to him getting many points this week.
So bouncing back to this slide, would you start Jake Luton over?
No. DJ,
all right.
Why don't you ask me if I'm starting full this week then?
Yes, what Chris said. Let's take a quick look at this.
So are you trusting Antonio Gibson, DJ? Why?
It's another volume-based thing, and he's kind of proven he's been a top 12 running back in the season. So, and Cincinnati's not been great defensively. So, yeah, I'm trusting Antonio Gibson.
His usage is so up and down, though.
Yeah.
And he had a really good week the last couple weeks, but it's that gambler's fallacy that if it's going one way, it's got to flip the other way. It's kind of like Nyheim Hines, where you see that and you're like, okay, he's put up huge numbers last 2 weeks. I'm going to start him and then get a 0.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I could see that. I think that he's gets enough touches in the red area that he's a valuable start for you.
Mm-hmm. So how are you feeling about Kalen Ballagher?
Galen Balaj. I mean,
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it appears I have the wrong team for him, actually. He's not in Miami anymore.
No.
San Diego is a team that's proven historically that they like to run the ball. And so he's going to be on the field for them a ton, because you're going to want to keep the opposing defense, especially a weak defense, on their toes. And so I like Balaj, again, volume-based guy. I think that's what you really want to look for in your top 30 running backs is guys who are going to get touches and get chances to score touchdowns.
Why do you hate Kenyon Drake, DJ?
I don't hate Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, you do.
I just like 19 guys better than Kenyon Drake.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You hate him, DJ. It's okay.
Let the hate flow through you, DJ.
And then, Chris, there's your boy Nyheim Hines.
Yeah, I know. Well, and why Fournette and Ronald Jones so close together?
Well, same reason kind of where Edmonds and Kenyon Drake were back-to-back is they both get some looks. I'd like to see a spot where they kind of are able to use them both. But I think when I do my rankings, they're kind of ceiling rankings. And Fournette and Ronald Jones ceilings are really close to each other.
So Hines' ceiling is only 26?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a problem with this Salvon Ahmed, who everybody is high on this week, and DJ has got him at 27.
Yeah, he's a rookie out of Washington. Again, I'm not completely sold on what Tua can do, and Denver's got a pretty good front seven. So I would like to see if maybe they force Tua to kind of throw the ball and break down on the run. 27.
I disagree, but we've reached the bottom of the segment, so we will now take a quick break. On the other side, we will talk the wide receivers and the tight ends. We will continue to tell DJ that he is wrong. Actually, that's going to be the theme of this whole day. So buckle up. If that is your thing, we will take care of that. All right, here we go. Located in the Belgium neighborhood of 7th Street in Moline, Clint's Drafthouse Pizza and Grill is home to some of the Quad City's best food and drink specials. On Sundays, there's no better place to be. Clint's is serving up 75-cent wings and $4 Bloody Marys all day. And your favorite team playing in those out-of-market games, you'll never miss a second of the action on one of their 10 screens with NFL Sunday Ticket. And after you've had your wing and bloody fix, finish your football watching experience off with one of their famous Quad City-style pizzas. And folks, they know pizza. They've been spinning QC-style pies for the last 22 years. So make Clint's part of your Sunday football routine. Clint's Drafthouse Pizza and Grill, 7th Street in Moline. Who doesn't need a solid handcuff on their fantasy squad? Grab a bite to eat at Clint's Drafthouse while watching the noon games, and then head over. We need to rewrite that. Then head on over across the Moline Rock Island border to the corner tap for some libations during the 3 o'clock games. Every Sunday is fun day at the corner with $3 Tall Boys, Bloody Marys, Jack Daniels, and $2 PBR drafts. Head to the corner tap, 4018 14th Avenue, Rock Island, and get into the end zone. Rock River Fitness, located at 3416 Blackhawk Road in Rock Island, offers a wide variety of classes starting as low as just $8 and just $10 for specialty classes. With classes that include different yoga, Zumba, cardio, fusion, and strength training, Rock River Fitness has a little something for everyone and at a crazy affordable rate. Find them on Facebook, the MindBody app, or visit their website, rockriverfitness.com, and start planning your next fitness class. Rock River Fitness, where fitness is fun. All righty.
Doug, tell us more about the FaceBody app.
The Facebook. I stopped myself because I was about to go full Belichick and say the Facebook, and had to catch myself and then backpedal.
I like your backpedal, Doug. It's the reason I drafted you.
My backpedal is almost as good, it's almost as fast as my 40 time, which is somewhere around 4 days. All right, let's take a look at this horribleness. Okay. Reek against Las Vegas feels high. Cooper Kupp feels high. The two Pittsburgh guys, you need to make a decision on. Yeah,
He's just trying to make the fan base happy with those two Steelers being up that high, Doug. That's really what it comes down to.
You guys really don't like my fence sitting.
We don't. No, make a dang decision. Dadgummit.
Yeah, you made Doug a prospector.
Hey, I just got a Woj bomb, not really from Woj, but according to Jay Glazer, despite being active, Teddy Bridgewater will not start today for the Panthers. So PJ Walker will be the starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers today.
Yucky.
That seems, yeah, that's no.
So wait, what was the beginning of that? Is he a healthy scratch?
No, he's gonna be active. He's gonna play.
Oh, he's active, but he's not gonna start. I'm not a big fan of Matt Rule or whatever his name is at this point, so we'll see how that goes.
XFL superstar PJ Walker, starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers.
Okay, have fun with that. So obviously DJ Moore would take a hit in here, right? DJ.
Yes, Doug. What's your pause about Tyreek against the Raiders?
Don't know. Just a feeling. Just feels high. I feel like Julio against New Orleans. I'd rather have that. Keenan Allen against New York Jets. I'd rather have that. Scoring McLaurin against Cincy. I'd rather have that.
Quick pause. According to Schefter, Teddy Bridgewater will actually be inactive today.
So he's contradicting Rappo?
He is. Teddy Bridgewater will be inactive again. PJ Walker will start for the Panthers.
Depending upon who you believe.
Correct.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying that I wouldn't have him at 3. I would be okay with him somewhere around the 7-8 range, I guess.
If you refer to conversations had in the For Fantasy's Sake text message, I got Panthers brain. The Raiders do not get much pass rush, which means plenty of time for Tyreek Hill to run routes and run free down the center of the field for Mr. Mahomes.
I'm just saying there are guys with other matchups I would prefer to have.
Fair enough. And the second 12?
Thielen, Boyd, Fuller, Deontay Johnson, Michael Thomas. It's probably about fair for Thomas. T. Higgins. Think T. Higgins really deserves to be at 20?
I do. Yeah. I think that we're just waiting for that coming out show for Higgins. He's been really consistent this year. We're just waiting for that one huge game, and I think maybe that this is the week where that happens for him.
Hold up.
You have to have Cooper Kupp ahead of Robert Woods. Is that
I don't care about that. But you can't. Okay, I'm going to argue your logical fallacies one more time, because you can't say I have T. Higgins here because I'm waiting for him to blow up, and then have Tua be lower because you're saying I've never seen him blow up.
It's different with quarterbacks.
No.
It is. It is.
No. Nope.
It's very.
I think Doug said nope.
I think he did too.
That is. Yep. I said no.
Yep. Nope.
Yep. No. I do feel like AJ Brown should be a little higher as well, but that's just a gut thing.
Yeah, I can see that. I left him in my lineup in our staff league and benched James Conner, so we'll see how that goes.
Poorly. James Conner's an instant start this week.
Yeah, we have Clyde Edwards. I think I sat Ronald Jones. I sat Ronald Jones instead of Conner. So I have Ronald Jones. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was in between those guys.
I don't know. I always find myself doubting Thielen having back-to-back good games. It feels like anytime he has a good game, the one that follows it is just kind of middle of the road or a little bit of a bust for you. I didn't expect him to have the week that he had last week against the Bears because the Bears corners have been so good this year, but they were on the field, 90% of the game. So I guess that happens.
Yeah, and that touchdown was kind of fluky too. I mean, he caught
the one-handed grab at the beginning of the game. Yeah,
that was.
Speaking of Thielen, go ahead and say the words that I know that are going to come here. I'm really excited for the Chiefs to play in primetime so Doug can swear about Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill wearing yellow gloves.
Oh God! Is that the Thanksgiving night game?
No, that's tonight's game.
Oh, okay. That's what I didn't put on the shot sheet. That's why I'm lost and confused. I didn't put the games on here. No wonder I have no idea what's going on.
One thing I think Minnesota did that was really smart was they didn't attack Kyle Fuller and Jalen Johnson. They went against the slot a lot. And I think that's something we're going to see a lot of teams do because Buster Screen is good for a slot corner, but he is way down the ladder as far as like Fuller and Johnson have been this year. So I think we're going to see that happen a lot more.
Yeah. And that brings us to our final 11. You see, I think that Justin Jefferson could be higher.
That's criminal.
You think?
That low.
Wow.
Yeah, we're coming for you, DJ.
He's had some games where he's really busted, and I think that he's been really boom or bust. And I think when ranking, I'm kind of afraid of when that bust week could come. I'm hoping it's not this week because I really need him in a couple of leagues. But yeah, I digress.
Putting up the best wide receiver numbers as a rookie ever, and DJ's like, I don't know. T. Higgins is better.
They're actually the 5th best ever, so
Oh, well, yeah, I know. Way down there.
way
I
down.
know. We just scraped him out of the gutter, and he's playing games, and I guess we're lucky to watch that vomit like rise to the top here.
That's Travis Fulgham, who I have at 34.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But he's also ranked higher. Oh, no, he's down there. Okay, now I see him.
And we have a nice little picture of him doing some kind of dance.
Well, Travis Fulgham got me good last week because I was like, I can either start Thielen or I can start Fulgham, and I made the wrong choice there. It did not work out for me.
And we ready to go to tight ends? Because I'm ready to see Chris's head explode.
Do you have Travis Kelce?
Okay. If it was a picture of a Chief, DJ was going to have to punish you.
No picture of my tight end 2 for the week if you play on ESPN, Mr. Taysom Hill.
DJ just realigned a bunch of stuff while we were talking to make this happen to get me.
I actually realigned this morning. I actually had Taysom Hill as my number 1 tight end, but I just can't do that to Travis Kelce.
But then I was like, Chiefs, and I elevated him, obviously.
Accurate.
This whole list is just gross.
That's exactly what happened, Mr. Steele.
3 through 10 is okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Tight end is weird this year, and there's no way to get around that. I like Goddard a lot.
If you don't play on ESPN and don't have the cheat code, you bump everybody up 1 and take Taysom Hill out of there.
So let me ask you, is DraftKings or FanDuel putting him at tight end?
I think on FanDuel you can play him in your flex.
But you can't play him at tight end?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Yes, you can play him in your flex, and I think you can play him at quarterback, but you cannot play him as tight end.
Oh, well, yeah, because he's not a tight end, but okay.
Doug is flexing on screen. Doug, do you have words?
No, I just like to flex. Because
Doug's feeling strong.
I have no muscles.
Mental muscles. Okay. And our bottom are 13 through 24.
No, they're the bottom. They're the bottom.
They're definitely the bottom.
These are the bottom, BJ.
I know we kind of talked about Logan Thomas last week, Chris. I think this is a very good matchup. Cincinnati's towards the bottom of the league and allowing points to tight ends. I see where I'm called Mick Gesicki, so don't go looking for Mick Gesicki on your free agent wire.
My guy.
The formal complaints are already rolling in.
Mike Gesicki is the guy.
Yeah, this DJ guy, he claims to be a fantasy football expert. Why's he got Mick Gesicki in here? Who's that guy?
All right, WNBA boy, calm down.
It's good.
That was a good WNBA boy voice.
Yeah. Calls were coming from inside the house.
They were indeed.
Tyler Higbee, I think, is weird because you were talking about like the wheel of Rams receivers, and he was a part of that at one time, and he is not anymore. So I don't know how to kind of judge him at all because it seemed like last year he was set up to have a good year this year, and you thought all those pieces were in place. He's been fine to terrible. So, I mean, what do you really want out of a guy like that? It's the same with Mo Alley Cox. People keep talking about his size and his ability. He doesn't put up numbers. How do you keep trusting these guys over and over again?
I think you'll see a little bit more out of Mo Alley Cox today with Jack Doyle down.
Jack Doyle is active today.
Jack Doyle is active? Oh, last I saw him.
As of a couple of days ago, they said he was going to be active.
Okay. Well, that changes things a little bit. I guess he was officially questionable this morning. We'll know here in about 15 minutes what he'll be. But if he doesn't play, I like Mo Alley Cox a little bit better. So there's that.
Green Bay doesn't probably have the linebacking core to really match up well with tight ends. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know much about Dalton Schultz. Tell me about him.
he has been he's been running a lot more of the Jason Witten, Blake Jarwin routes, and so I kind of trust him a little bit more and more. And he is actually a guy that I have in the sleeper league that I'm starting this week. So,
What's your sleeper league?
The staff league.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I was confused by that for a second too.
I apologize.
Okay.
It's this league where you set the lineup while you're sleeping.
No, that's my strategy, DJ. Stop stealing my secrets.
Did you read that from Tony La Russa? How to succeed while being asleep at the wheel?
Yeah, but I do my sleeping at home and not in public. I'm sorry.
All right, that will take us to the end of this segment. On the other side, we are going to talk Packers, and I don't know if we're going to talk Bears. I don't even know if it's worth it. It's bad. It's just bad. It's all bad. It's all bad. I'm traumatized. All right, so let's go to break, and then on the other side of that, we'll talk. We'll see what's going on up there in Cheeseland. Durham Remodeling has been serving the Quad Cities since 1973. With nearly 50 years of excellence on their track record, you'll see why it's so easy to trust they're experts when it comes to all your home improvement projects. Durham Remodeling's work is 100% guaranteed, so you can rest assured that you're getting the best service around. Call 309-786-6715 for all your roofing, siding, flooring, windows, and painting needs. That's Durham Remodeling, 309-786-6715. Hate mowing? We know Deej does. Need your lawn or business landscaped? Need your grass aerated or fertilized before the ground freezes? Need anything else yard related? Yard Barbers LLC is your hookup. And they aren't just good for your summertime yard blues. They work all year long, and you can get signed up for winter services for that annoying to do snow removal. Find Yard Barbers on Facebook at Yard Barbers LLC. Send them an email at yardbarbersqc@gmail.com. or shoot them a text at 309-235-1595. All right, so let's talk Green Bay because they're the only ones who are doing diddly squat. They've been looking pretty good. Everybody else has left me. Oh, lovely. I watched or semi-watched most of that game last week. I don't actually remember it though. It was on in the background. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Chris is muted, so Chris might have a really good take right now.
It's got to be better than yours.
I'm just yelling at DJ about how we did more.
How what?
You heard.
That still
I know
made more
you
sense
didn't.
than anything you've ever said. So,
Yeah, I know.
I'm lost. No, so Green Bay looked very slovenly during the first half, and then Rodgers kind of came back and turned it on. Adams got an ankle injury, and then it looked like he might not come back in, and then came in, made a great touchdown catch. And I had them minus 13 in the bet. They did not cover. Rodgers was something like a lot and a little during against the spread in his career after a bye, and he kind of pooped his pants. So I think it might have been a little bit of they were looking past Jacksonville, but NFL teams shouldn't do that. So
any given Sunday, Deej. So they have Indy today. Indy generally is a fairly decent team, at least in my mind. They've got a competent offense and a fairly solid defense. What's kind of your outlook for them this afternoon?
I think they should be able to move the ball a little bit more than they have against Green Bay. Rivers, if he can hold on to the ball and not turn it over, can put up some big points that we've seen in the past. But if he turns the ball over, I don't think Rodgers is going to miss a whole lot, even against Indy's really good defense. Like I said, they have Lazard back. They have a two-headed monster in the backfield. Aaron Jones and the guy you seem to think is the better of the two, and he's proven he hasn't. So with they have a full complement of weapons for Rodgers for the first time all season, and they're playing indoors. So I kind of expect Rodgers to have his way with the Indy defense.
Yeah, I think we're overlooking how good DeForest Buckner is, and just that presence up the middle is going to make Rodgers uncomfortable. And like we've said in the past, when Rodgers does get uncomfortable, Rodgers has the ability to go away. So I think if they get into trouble today, the fact that will cause Rodgers to scramble. It's stepping up through those little outlets between the guard and the tackle. And I think DeForest Buckner just being around that area is going to cause problems there. It caused problems for Lamar. So I think it's going to cause problems for Aaron Rodgers. I think DeForest Buckner is going to have a huge impact on this game. And it was unimpressive, but they still managed to come out and get the victory. It was against a team that didn't have a quarterback, though. So the fact that the Colts are a well-managed team, very smart team, I think can play against the Packers a little bit here. I think we give Allen Lazard a little too much credit here because he is coming off an injury which is very bizarre too. So we don't know exactly what he's going to be like. To just give him the get him back to where he wanted to be.
Yeah, I'd say that's what I caught of that. Fairly fair.
Yeah, we're having a good time today.
Robot.
Yeah, it's all right, bud. It's still more intelligent than anything that DJ's putting out. So. Yeah. So, where are we at? Do we want to torture ourselves talking about the Bears? No, I really don't.
Yeah, torture yourselves.
I want to talk about Green Bay defense.
Sure
what about Green Bay defense?
So they did look a little suspect last week. Gave up a few plays to Luton, but they were kind of bend don't break, and that was without Jair Alexander, and I believe he's going to be back this week. Not like they have a number one receiver in Indy, unless you're a big believer in Michael Pittman. So I think provided they get a few guys back, they're going to look a little bit better. I guess the big suspect would be, like we talked before, the tight ends, and then Hines out of the backfield, or Wilkins, whoever Frank Reich chooses their weapon. The linebacker crew for Green Bay is not great in coverage.
According to Rappo, Nyheim Hines could get the bulk of the carries today. So that is your play.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like that's a little bit of a deflection. It's always so weird when it comes to Indy running backs, who's going to be that lead guy. DJ, I want to ask you, why do you think T?
I believe he was asking me why T.Y. Hilton sucks, and I'm not quite sure. And now he's gone. Okay.
I thought he was going to ask you why you're so ugly.
Oh, I think he was asking me why T.Y. Hilton sucks, and I think that's a question you and I, Doug, were kind of pondering contract league-wise this week, and I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure what's going on with him. He's playing, and he's been a guy who your biggest wonder has been, is he going to be on the field? And if he's on the field, you just put him in your lineup, and that hasn't been the case this year, and I don't know if he's not really he really doesn't possess what's been good for Phillip Rivers. He's not
maybe he's just healthy enough to play, but not healthy enough to really get you anything.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's ever really been a go and get it or a go up and get it guy for in his career, and that's kind of what Phillip Rivers kind of looks at. Chris comes back and he's still frozen. He's looking at me very sternly.
I'm upset with you.
Why?
Because your face.
Were you asking me about T.Y. Hilton?
I was. Thank you for being on top of that.
Yeah, I answered the question for the viewers.
I heard.
That's I think we're going to change Chris's name to Encino Man because he's just frozen all the time. That movie was probably before you guys' time too.
Huh?
Was that movie before your time?
Yeah. Hey, Doug, let's hit up commercial, and then we'll come back with actives and inactives.
All right. Even though we still got 5 minutes left on this portion?
Yep.
Okay. So that's what he wants. That's what we will do. So we will hit the commercials. We will come back on the other side of that. We will talk inactives, and we will talk the second annual For Fantasy's Sake Thanksgiving Day Draft, where we tell DJ the deviled eggs are crap. All right. So here we go. Football season is about halfway done, and if you're spending Sundays watching football anywhere but Van's Pizza Pub and Grill, you've been doing it wrong. Van's Pizza Pub and Grill, 3333 North Harrison Street in Davenport, is the best place to catch all of your favorite games, and there's still time to make it part of your Sunday routine. Start your meal off with their famous McGuire's Original Nachos or Bready Nuggets, then ask about one of their original QC-style pizzas, or be your own quarterback and call an audible and create your own. The Van's crew will make sure that your call hits pay dirt every time. Van's Pizza Pub and Grill, 3333 North Harrison Street in Davenport. Come get served. Located in the Belgian neighborhood of 7th Street in Moline, Clint's Drafthouse Pizza and Grill is home to some of the Quad City's best food and drink specials. On Sundays, there's no better place to be. Clint's is serving up 75-cent wings and $4 Bloody Marys all day. And your favorite team playing those out-of-market games? You'll never miss a second of the action on one of their 10 screens with NFL Sunday Ticket. And after you've had your wing and bloody fix, finish your football watching experience off with one of their famous Quad City-style pizzas. And folks, they know pizza. They've been spinning QC-style pies for the last 22 years. So make Clint's part of your Sunday football routine. Clint's Drafthouse Pizza and Grill, 7th Street in Moline. All right, so we are back. How do you want to do this? You want to talk inactives first, or you want to talk draft first?
Let's do our trivia question first.
Ooh.
Give people time to ponder that. Don't look at me like that, Doug.
Randy Moss.
All right, so we discussed how Justin Jefferson
was criminally underranked this week.
criminally underranked, in your opinions, and having one of the best rookie seasons of all time. Here's the question. What wide receiver has the most touchdowns as a rookie, and how many did he catch? So first person to answer that correctly in the comment section wins a raffle entry. I know it's going to be Jordan Rangel because it's always Jordan Rangel.
Doug, I'm scared to say our thing because it might be true.
I know, I was the same way.
All right, let's talk about Turkey Draft. Give a couple more minutes for inactives to roll in. And
all right, so this is our second year doing our Thanksgiving Day draft. In case that you were not part of the show last year or you do not know what that is, the For Fantasy Sake crew, we go through and we hold a regular snake draft where we draft our favorite Thanksgiving dishes. Now, Mr. Steele over here is dead to me because he had the 101 pick and he sniped me, the son of a mother. Anyway,
Can't snipe at one, Doug.
you can't do if you didn't have any game plan for what your pick after that was going to be. We probably can't. Actually, I can probably share my screen now. All right, so I'm just going to read off of the first round here so we can see that. So Chris started off with the 101 with stuffing. I took Hawaiian rolls at the 102. Brendan Sampson took pumpkin pie at 103. Dan followed up with mashed potatoes. Somebody who shall remain forever coated in red and making decisions we do not understand took deviled eggs. Michael Sicoli took gravy. Andrew took sweet potatoes. Bonnie took cranberry sauce. And Linda took something that nobody's ever heard of called Rhodes' Self-Rising Rolls. So
I figured out what those are, and those are indeed, you could buy those at Hy-Vee.
Can you really? I've never even heard of them.
They're just
Are they like Pillsbury
rolls, like a red bag. Yeah.
They're like crescents.
Yeah, they're in the they're rolls. They're yeast rolls in that. They're in the frozen section.
So I could have taken Crescents at some point here.
Yes, you could have.
Oh,
So
because they're separate things.
So Chris's draft. Chris ends up with what?
No, we're gonna do this round by round. We don't win.
Yep.
If we're
Doug wants to blow by blow.
calling out somebody, we're calling out you, Mister. You had an F- draft.
No bull crap.
No. You okay? All right. You want to do this person by person? Let's do this person by person. All right.
Just the three of us. Just the three of us.
Okay.
Just the three of us.
All right. So Chris actually had a pretty strong draft, in my opinion. So Chris took stuffing with the 101. He took corn / elote and French silk pie at the 2-3 turn, and then we finished it off with Watergate salad.
What is Watergate salad?
It's fluff.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. I've had that before. It's decent. I would put that on my plate. So that's Chris's draft. I picked at 102, so I took the wine rolls at 102. I took a controversial peach pie in my third round. I came back with Cool Whip in the fourth, and then finished off with scalloped corn.
Cool Whip.
In the yes. If you can take gravy by itself, you can take Cool Whip by itself.
No, I'm not judging.
Cool Whip. We wanted to just say Cool Whip, though.
Oh, hey, we have an answer for our trivia question.
Is it Jordan?
Nope, it was Bo Elam.
Oh,
well, Randy Moss was the answer with 17 touchdown.
DJ, you can't alley-oop it for us.
Yeah.
It's not fun for anybody.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have DJ. In DJ's draft, God help us all. DJ took deviled eggs in the first round, stuffed pork loin in the second, broccoli casserole in the third, and chocolate chip pie in the fourth.
Yes. All of the thing. If I could listen, you could take away every other Thanksgiving thing. You could take away everything. You could only put those four things in front of me, and I think that my Thanksgiving's successful.
Okay, now because I have history here, I want to because last year you were telling us how great chocolate chip pie was.
Oh, chocolate chip pie is so good.
Despite the fact that you brought Nate and I none of this, so that we could try this out for ourselves.
Oh, chocolate chip pie is so good.
If it's so good, then why aren't you taking it in the first round? Why are you taking nasty ass deviled eggs?
One, because nobody else knows chocolate chip pie except for Nate. So why wouldn't I just leave it for the fourth round and take everything else that I want? Why wouldn't I just take it in the last round? It's like
because all everything else you took in the first 3 rounds are crap.
Listen. So 2 years ago during Thanksgiving, I was on keto, and all I could eat was meat and deviled eggs, and I gorged myself on deviled eggs because deviled eggs are delicious.
No, they are okay at best. I might have let you get away with them in the fourth round. I'm not letting you take them in the first.
Again, if you only presented me a Thanksgiving meal with deviled eggs, stuffed pork loin, broccoli casserole, and chocolate chip pie, I am satisfied.
Keto's one of the fighters from Street Fighter, right? Like Keto wins.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure I knew what we were talking about.
Yes. Chris's is actually pretty good. He's got 2 desserts and
I have
2
sweet
sides.
things.
Yeah, I'm cool with Chris's. Obviously, I like mine. I could be content with that.
Those could be the only thing you're presenting.
I would take those.
Those could be the only thing you had on your table on Thursday, and you're like, "Yep, good Thanksgiving."
Yeah, I'm happy with peach pie and Cool Whip, and then Hawaiian rolls are great, and then the scalloped corn is usually really good. Yeah, I'm content with that.
I call shenanigans.
How about you guys opening it up to have like just random meats thrown in there, like they're a side?
Yeah, well, that was my call. I was like, because normally somebody will take a turkey and a ham, and then we got pork loin boy over here.
Dude, my grandma makes it. Don't come. Do you know what stuffed pork loin is? It's pork loin. It's pork loin with stuffing in it.
Yeah, it's a August 12th Thursday night. It's not an end of November Thursday.
I don't know what that is, DJ. Can you explain it to me what stuffed pork loin is? Because I don't know that it's in the name or anything, and I'm super confused about what is happening there.
My draft was the best.
Your
Except
draft
maybe
was the worst.
Michael's was pretty good. Gravy, turkey, apple pie, and lasagna. I mean,
Yeah, Michael
What
won
is up
this.
with lasagna?
He's Italian. We give it to him.
But it's not a side. I'm gonna have me some turkey on Thanksgiving with a side of lasagna.
that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm actually okay with that.
How
Small
about
piece of
Brendan's draft? How about Brendan's draft? Pumpkin pie, apple cider, pecan pie, and pumpkin bread.
So our boy's got a sweet tooth. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm cool with that.
Mine are kind of sweets too.
Of all those Thanksgivings, I'm going mine and then to Michael's.
No. All right. So let's go through the rest of these then. Andrew took sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, roast beef, and angel food cake. Now, I'm not an angel food cake guy, but my wife is. I want
Your wife's an angel food cake guy?
I dare you to tell that to her face.
She'll punch me. She'll jump and punch me.
You know, she's violent.
She'll get a step ladder and she'll punch me.
She will. She'll make me bend over so she can stand on my back so she can punch you in the face. All right. So Andrews, I would give that probably a C. I'm not crazy about sweet potatoes or angel food cake, but I can allow those. Bonnie took cranberry sauce, wine, mac and cheese, and cornbread. Okay, I can see that. And then our dear sweet Linda took Rhodes Self Island rolls, eggnog, champagne, and French and fried onions, which I'm still kind of side-eyeing, as I told her, because I feel that is a topping, or that's an ingredient, not necessarily an item.
I'm with you. There were some fringy things in here, so I was like, yeah.
The whole draft was fringy, okay?
Well, it's supposed to be a side draft. I don't know that you could be like, I want a side of wine, because then I imagine like loose wine sitting on your plate next to like your mashed potatoes, and I just don't know that that's a good way to live. I mean, you can do it, but it's not a good place to be at.
I'm in for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but this is always one of the better drafts that we do during the year, because obviously everybody's a little bit different and there's always a little bit of controversy. This is probably one of our more active group chats this week, just going back and forth and berating people's selections. So it's always kind of fun to do this one. Which is we skipped Halloween candy this year, which is fair. So we'll have to do a couple of Christmas ones to make up for that. So we'll have to do like Christmas songs and Christmas
cookies,
yeah,
or Christmas songs and Christmas movies.
There you go. That's good. Yeah, we'll do those too.
All right, I'm gonna read off our inactives. So from the Vikings Cowboys, Irv Smith was questionable with a groin injury. He'll be active. Panthers Lions, Matthew Stafford was questionable thumb injury. He will be in. Out already had known were Christian McCaffrey, Kenny Galladay, DeAndre Swift, and Danny Amendola. Panthers offensive tackle Russell Okung is out. I think that might have played a decision into Teddy Bridgewater being out. Ravens Titans, Mark Ingram, who has missed several games, he's in. On the Ravens side defensively, Calais Campbell and Brandon Williams are out, as is Jadeveon Clowney on the Titans defense. Saints Falcons, no Drew Brees, as we knew, no Josh Hill with a concussion, and Marshawn Lattimore will be out for the Saints. So that plays big for the passing game for the Falcons. Eagles Browns, Myles Garrett's out with the coronavirus, and Zach Ertz is still out. Patriots Texans, in are Stephon Gilmore and Damian Harris. Out David Johnson and Laramie Tunsil. Packers Colts, Jack Doyle looks like he will play. Steelers Jags, no Chenault. And the top two cornerbacks for the Jags, CJ Henderson and Sidney Jones, will both be out. Bengals and Washington football team, as we knew before, no Mixon. And then Early results for Chiefs Raiders. Mecole Hardman's been taken off the COVID list, so he'll play. Colin Farrell, the defensive lineman for the Raiders, he will be out. Mitchell Schwartz, the right tackle for the Chiefs, will be what?
That was not his name at all.
What's his name?
Cleveland Ferrell.
That's what I said.
You said Colin Farrell.
And
The actor?
Yes.
Mitchell Schwartz and Sammy Watkins are both inactive for the Chiefs.
Colin Farrell's inactive a lot for a lot of football teams. So
That's true.
Facts. Big facts. All right. So, any surprises there?
Obviously, I think I kind of expected Bridgewater to play, but obviously, and I don't know if maybe the Okung injury kind of played into not wanting your quarterback who's already banged up running around back there without his safety net.
Yeah. I would think that that's a bit of a stretch. I mean, you've seen teams do that. I understand trying to protect your investment in Teddy Bridgewater, but I don't know. I think we need more information going forward. At this point, it's a lot of speculation. It's hard to tell what exactly happened. I think as that game goes on, we'll probably learn a little bit more about what happened there exactly. The one that really hurt me this week was DeAndre Swift, because it didn't seem like the concussion was there, and then all of a sudden they're like, the concussion is bad, we need to get this going, or get him into the protocol, and he was questionable, and then he's out today. So that's one where it looked like they were finally starting to trust him and actually use him, and they still are being dumb about how they get him into games. So good job, Matt Patricia. You injured the player that matters the most to your franchise going forward.
I thought it was funny that I saw a tweet that when they sat AP down to tell him last week that DeAndre Swift was going to be the starter, that he said, yeah, duh, we should have made this move 3 weeks ago.
And then Adrian Peterson immediately went over and hit him over the head with a frying pan so he could get his spot back.
Oof.
Yes. All right. So I guess that's going to take us to the end of this segment. Unless we want to bash on DJ some more.
I do want to address this comment. I
see nothing wrong with this comment.
So you think 7 of the 9 starters on the Raiders missed practice all week with being on the COVID reserve list. So you think after all the stuff that's come out this week about the Raiders doing a victory lap at Arrowhead, none of their defense practicing, you think that the Raiders have a good shot at sweeping the Chiefs?
Any given.
So the Chiefs, who are 6.5-point favorites in Las Vegas, are going to lose to the Raiders.
Why is the fact that they're from Vegas and Vegas is calling them an underdog make you think that's a better point?
What?
No, I'm just saying at home. They're at home.
I know, but you're
and you automatically get 3 points for being at home. So the Chiefs are going to win by 10.5.
Yeah, all of their wide receivers just ran past everybody on the Chiefs the last time they played.
And you don't think coming off of bye week where Andy Reid is historically great, it is going to make a difference?
He is very good coming off the bye. They all just ran past your point a minute ago, and they caught a touchdown. I'm sorry. Ruggs is celebrating in the end zone right now. They ran right past your point, CJ.
Dustin, if you're still watching, I'd like to know what kind of wager you'd like to make on this game, because I'm not going to give you these points, but I even teased. So you're saying the Raiders are going to beat them straight up. So we'll go straight up. We'll make some kind of bet straight up, but I actually teased the Chiefs to win this game by 2 scores this week. Because they're
silly.
You know what? That's how much I believe that they're going to win this game. So, Dustin, let us know in the comment section what kind of wager you'd like to make. Keep making your comments, but let me know what kind of wager you make, and we'll talk about this after the commercial.
Doug, I will take your 2 touchdowns. If If Las Vegas covers the 2 touchdowns.
No. Dustin said
no. Just
Nope, he
Dustin
threw it out there. He was
up.
so confident.
Dustin
Now.
said-
If Vegas covers the 2 touchdown spread,
Mhm.
I will eat a deviled egg on the show next weekend.
Okay.
Boo.
What
Don't
if
do
they
it,
don't?
Doug.
I'll pop the whole thing in my mouth.
Where are you getting this deviled egg? Do I need to deliver this
I
to
can
you?
make a deviled egg. It's not hard.
All right, Dustin, keep talking, but let me know what we're wagering. All I hear is you're typing. Let me know what we're wagering. Let's go to commercial.
You can hear him typing through the internet.
I can hear him typing. Let's go to commercial.
Yeah,
Okay.
but his
We are no longer a PG show, but we are saying frick at Force Fantasy's sake. Frick's Tap, that is. If the Davenport side is more your style for your football watching pleasure, head to Frick's Tap, 1402 West 3rd Street, where they have 20 beers on tap. Beers in your scene? That's okay. They have $3 you call all during all of the Sunday football games. Frick's has the NFL Sunday ticket on all of their 13 TV screens, so don't fret if your team is playing on the West Coast this week. So for Frick's sake, head into Frick's Tap today. It's Sunday, the best day of the week here for Fantasy's sake. You know what goes well with a football Sunday? A pulled pork Sunday from the Big Cheese, the official food truck of For Fantasy's sake. If you're more into our Wednesday evening show, Short Yardage, which will be Tuesday this week, schedule change, you might want something lighter as a bedtime snack. So try out their grilled cheese, which is just $5. Add a slice of ham or for another buck if you're feeling frisky. They travel throughout the Quad Cities with their menu, perfect for lunchtime or dinner time. So give them a follow on Facebook to see where they might be next and try their hamburgers, which you can make a single, a double, or a triple for $5, $7, or $9. This is what screws me up every week. Deej has prefect instead of perfect. And I get caught on that every stinking week. All right. So our buddy, founding member, Nathan Joyce, tweeted at us, Donald. He says, Moncrief season.
It is Moncrief season. He'll be active for the Patriots.
So light it up. Where would you rank Mr. Moncrief?
Outside of my top 50.
Oh, harsh. Harsh.
Moncrief season comes once a year, DJ. Come on.
Yes. It's like Star Wars Life Day.
Yeah.
Which, if you watch the Lego Star Wars special, highly recommend that. It's fun.
I fell asleep, Doug. I'm sorry.
You fell asleep during that?
Yeah.
My wife kept asking about the plot. I'm like, who cares? It's a kid's show. But whatever. Okay, so let us get into your questiones. Ooh, a little light this week. All right, so Tim Corwin wants to know, who do I play at tight end, Hayden Hurst or Taysom Hill?
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Hill all day. If he's eligible in your league, Hill all day.
He's a cheat code. Don't do it. Hayden Hurst.
Chris trying to hold up the respectability of fantasy football. All right. Jordan Rangel wants to know, Henderson or Mims in the flex?
Darrell Henderson.
Probably Darrell Henderson.
Yeah, I agree. Did you have an opinion on this?
I said Darrell Henderson.
Oh, I did not hear you. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Yeah,
Doug,
I didn't hear you
are you
either.
eating this deviled egg on Tuesday or on next Sunday?
It'll be Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, Deej, you bailed him out big time, Doug. He was backpedaling like as hard as you were talking about earlier with your backpedal, and Deej is like 14 points. That's a lot of points.
I backpedaled faster because I fell down and started rolling backwards.
There you go. Just on a hill too. That was the worst part. Catch him, somebody, stop him.
All right. So, Balaj,
That's
Parker.
what DJ's saying, like the casino.
Yes. Balaj, Parker, AB, or Lazard in the flex?
I think you got to go Balaj because you know the volume is going to be there.
Balaj, yeah.
Yeah. Pick 2, Gio, Hines, or Balaj?
Gio and Balaj.
I'd go Hines and Balaj.
I'll go Gio and Hines. So let's cover all of the options.
That's helpful for everyone.
Yes. All right. Pick 1 running back and 1 flex of Gurley, Gio, and Parker.
Gurley falls into the end zone a lot. Parker's been doing very well this year.
Gurley and Gio.
I'll take Gurley and Parker just to disagree with Deej. All right. Cousin Bo wants to know Baker or Cousins? Cousins just because they're playing Dallas.
I have Baker one ahead of Cousins in my rankings. So
Cousins has been playing very well lately. I like what he's doing more than I like what Baker's doing.
That's fair. And in PPR, pick 3, Damian Harris, J.D. McKissick, James White, Kareem Hunt, Miles Sanders.
Sanders, Hunt, and McKissick.
Yeah, I think it's hard to go away from those 3.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Non-PPR TD heavy, Deontay Johnson or Will Fuller?
I think TB heavy. My answer is always going to be Will Fuller.
Wilhelm?
Wilhelm. Michael last week really sold me on Deontay Thompson. I'm a believer now. I'm going to go Deontay Johnson.
Yes. Matt Harmon, wide receiver guru, declared Deontay Johnson the best of the Steelers wide receivers. So that is what I'm going with from here forward. All right. And then Johnny Barrett wants to know Jerry Jeudy or Dookie Johnson?
Judy.
Just the way you said it, Doug, makes me have to take Jerry Jeudy because I'm scared of the other thing.
Yes. I also would take Jerry Jeudy in that space. All right, here we go. Rapid fires. I hope we got enough to cover 8 minutes. We always go off the rails here anyway. It doesn't matter. All right. More rushing yards this week. Lamar Jackson or Derrick Henry? This is actually a decent question, Deej.
Lamar.
Derek.
More touchdowns, Adrian Peterson or Mike Davis? Davis all day.
AP.
Neither of them get touchdowns. I would go with Peterson if there was one to accidentally fall in.
All right. Top scoring rusher in Philly, Cleveland. That's my boy Chubb.
Miles Sanders.
Top scoring quarterback today.
Patty.
Deshaun Watson.
I hate saying rapist burger, but it's probably going to be him. More rushing yards, Cam or Deshaun Watson?
Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably going to run for his life more. All right. More total yards, Nyheim Hines or Devontae Adams? Really? That's Devontae all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Shane Newbanks wants to know if there's going to be over under 2.5 touchdowns from Adams this week.
Under.
Yeah, under. I think TD regression this week. Who's your top scoring running back this week?
Dalvin.
Yeah, I think it's hard to go away from Dalvin Cook.
Let me see. Yeah, Dalvin's probably the right answer there. All right. Wheel of Steelers wide receivers. I already told you Deontay is the correct answer.
James Washington.
Ooh, my guy.
Ooh, it's a poll. I'll go with Claypool.
Claypool Deadpool.
Deadpool. He's a man.
More passing attempts this week. Taysom Hill or Jameis Winston? This is not bad either.
Winston.
I'll go Taysom.
Wow. That tight end throwing the football all over the place.
You know what? budget. Taysom Hill. More passing yards, Joe Burrow or Alex Smith?
We already know Chris thinks Burrow.
Yeah.
I'll go Burrow.
I'm kind of thinking, yeah, Burrow.
DJ, you just put on the cape for Alex Smith earlier, and now you're just like, Burrow, I think.
I have
Yeah.
Burrow ranked ahead of him. Calm down, Chris.
Okay.
Don't get your tense on a tangle.
Okay.
Chris's internet connection stabilized, so now he's all feisty.
Yeah.
All right. More fantasy points, Dalvin or Zeke? I think we've already established Dalvin.
Nope.
Has Zeke just kind of fallen off the planet lately? It just
he likes to dribble the ball off the turf.
Yeah, it's troubling. All right, I'll go with the other one that doesn't dribble the ball.
All right. Top scoring wide receiver this week.
Tyreek.
Keenan Allen.
Give me Calvin Ridley in an upset.
Ooh.
More rushing yards. Melvin Gordon, or how many versions of Selvin Ahmad's name are you going to have spelled, Deej? Because this is like 3 or 4.
Oh, there's finger numbers there.
I don't have it up. I'm assuming they're the 2 middle fingers on his hands, though.
It was an 8.
Oh, okay.
So
Melvin or Selvin?
Wow, I like it.
Yes.
Ahmad
Rashad.
Yeah, he's a good one. You can start him and Colin Farrell this week, DJ.
Yep. All right. Justin Herbert, over under 277.5 passing yards. That feels oddly specific.
That's what the book had. We'll go over.
I'll take the under.
I'll go over.
All right. Highest scoring pass catcher in KC Raiders. I feel like DJ's just trying to hammer home a point.
Tyreek.
Ruggs.
Yeah, they couldn't cover Ruggs last time, so let's see how that goes.
He caught 2 passes, Chris.
Yeah, they were both like 90-yard touchdowns.
No, one of them was not a touchdown.
Oh, okay.
So it went for like 85 yards, Chris.
Correct.
Yeah, and they couldn't stop Nelson Aguilar too.
He also had 2 catches. So
for 90 yards.
Yes.
Carry on, my wayward sons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm older than both of you. Almost put together. Top scoring pass catcher in Rams Tampa Bay.
Cooper Kupp.
I'll go Robert Woods.
Mike Evans, always.
Those 1-yard touchdowns, Doug.
Look.
Hey, if he catches 3 of those, though, that's like 18, 21 points.
I'm a believer.
Wait. Let's make DJ do some math again. How many?
No. We're not here for Rocky math now.
21.3.
6 times 3. What's that again?
Carry the 4. Take off my shoes.
Get the numbers float around.
Top scoring tight end this week.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Oh, Taysom Hill.
Also factually correct.
Non-ESPN, Chris.
Oh, okay. Let's
No,
go
there's no
with Waller.
qualification. As much as I would love to see Waller torch Casey, I'm going to go with Hurst out of the Chargers.
Hayden Hurst.
You mean the Falcons?
Yeah.
No, I mean the Chargers tight end, whoever that is.
Hunter Henry.
Okay,
All right.
yeah.
He's got the H's.
Yeah, it's all fuzzy. Which rookie wide receiver for the rest of the season?
Jefferson.
Rest of the year?
Well, it depends on how long your rest of your year is. For some folks, the rest of the year is only 2 more weeks.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah. T. Higgins.
I like the T. Higgins. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know what their schedule looks like, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
All right. Turkey or ham?
Ham.
Is it for Thanksgiving or is there specifiers for this?
Nope, just how he read it.
Not a big fan of either one. I would go with ham, just as a general rule.
Yeah. Yes. No.
Turkey's
Yeah,
good
no
once a
jelly
year.
roll.
That's why you have it once a year.
Yeah. I'm generally more. I will generally order. Well, actually, at Subway and Hobo, I will order turkey more often than I will order ham.
Ham's more versatile.
But if we're talking a hot sandwich, hot ham all day.
Getcha.
All right. And last one here, I think it was last one. I lost my sheet. Where is it? Thanksgiving meal, early or late? Whenever I get done, finished cooking.
I like to do it lunchtime.
Later.
I always seem to end up doing it somewhere around halftime of the Cowboy game. I don't know why. It just seems to be when things get done.
Fair enough.
All right. Actually, take us exactly to the bottom of the hour. So, for DJ, for Chris, take your turkey out of the freezer because it needs to come out today in order to be thawed by Thursday. We will see y'all Tuesday night. Remember, schedule change for Tuesday night. We are hoping to have most of the crew on Tuesday night so you can put faces to names. We are trying to encourage them to all jump on at least for a couple of minutes so you can see what the crew looks like for the holidays. Otherwise, that we'll see y'all Tuesday night. Otherwise, we will see you next Sunday and have a happy turkey day.